Yo, so what is up, diggers? I'm gonna go do another one. I'm so sorry that I haven't really done any replays in a while because um, basically Fraps has decided to fuck up. To put it bluntly, it's just no. I've been trying to do a cinematic ever since I got Sony Vegas as well. It's a really cool cinematic, but it just fraps whenever I go in to record matches. It seems to mess up sometimes and corrupts files, and I don't know. I'll spend like I would have done what, about 2.5 minutes of cinematic in Sony Vegas, and then it would just decide to cut off. Like all of the clips that I inputted would just cut, and it's what's going on? And yeah, it's just really annoying. Fraps decided to dick up. And there you go. So I'm sorry that they haven't had any battles over the past 2 days, but I'm gonna try and surge on and do a fair few. Okay. As you can see as well, you can see that I haven't got any. What's it called? Like stats. There's no flags. There's nothing really. And then if I click this button down at the bottom, hey, it all looks cinematic-y, doesn't it? It's quite cool. Apart from this little top bit in the corner. So, better just switch back. Game settings. Graphics. No, I don't want graphics. What am I doing? Battle interface. I want that on always. I want bang, bang. And always. I think that's it. Not entirely sure. Volume is down. Good. That's what I want. Oh yeah, I also changed the. Is it changed? Put that back on. Always. Oh, I don't know. It'll be when I press pause. Happened to me the other day. Alright, this is actually the 3rd time I've tried to replay this battle, so you know, let's crack on. It's just annoying me. Oh, that's one thing I did forget to put back as well. I'm so sorry about this. It's because when darting between cinematics and bloody commentating, you know, you can sometimes leave shit on. Let's go back to the game. That's better. That's better. Okay. So I have 2 strategies here. Well, just one strategy when facing a modern army. Split your army up. It's definitely a valuable lesson. I've got 2 Yari Ashigar over here, then the main meat of my force. Meat. This is the main bulk of my force. So I've got shock troopers. Got my Captain Camlet. Then we go into my distraction force, which is composed of Yari Ashigaru, Yari Cav, and then some Katana Cav. Yeah! Love a bit of Katana Cav. And then I've also got this little force up here. I have my Surprise Bomber Sex, and also Anal Train. It's my new recruit. I rather like that ninja. It's a good name, innit? So, the whole strategy. Oh, gotta go get this guy's force, yeah. He's got some Yarikachi, which are some pretty decent melee units. He's got some Armstrong guns, which are just dicks, because they're so overpowered. He's got some Red Bear Infantry, some Vermilion Bird Force, some more Vermilion Bird Force. He's got some Tosa Riflemen up here, and I think that's pretty much his army. And then of course he's got his general, who, as all modern generals, is an accuracy general. Accuracy general? The hell am I on? A range general. And he's also got some 2 Yari key hidden in the bushes. So let's get rolling. So what you want to be doing, the modern armies are hard to play as, because obviously positioning and formation is key to winning a modern game. You have to have a straight line. You'll see here, he always spawns as a straight line. You have to be straight. Well, always must be straight, but anyway, going a bit off topic. The problem with modern armies is that you can't get isolated. You have to stick into a line formation. You want your firing arcs to overlap, so they've got to overlap so they can each cover each other, and you can sustain like a massive volley as well, rather than obviously going in piecemeal. So that's the problem he's facing. He has to kind of stick his units together in order for them to be effective. Now my distraction has worked. He started aiming his Armstrong guns at my crap distraction, composed of pretty much just 2 Yari Ashigaru. I've sent my cavalry off to go cap the morale shrine because, as traditional, in fact no, as any army, that's pretty much your priority. Unless you're modern, then it's probably best to go to the archery dojo. So basically, the Yari Ashigaru are moving up because I want him to be focused on them. And that's what he's doing, but then he realises, holy shit, I'm going to get wrapped up, because this is my main force. This is what he should be concerned about. So my distraction has worked a bit. I'm moving in several directions, trying to engulf him a little bit. So these guys, the Arikav are taking hold, and I probably should have sent them up with the Katana Cav, because if he did have cavalry, then I would have been able to counter it a little bit. But here's his Yari key, should be in here somewhere. So it's good because he moves back. As I mentioned before, modern armies, or just guns in general, can't shoot over hills, whereas bows can. So when you're a modern army, never walk up a hill blindly. As in Battle 3, I think it was, Kisho Ninja are a very, very effective pinning down unit. So pretty much just run them into the back of the lines of these guys. If they're not in guard mode, they'll all turn around and start fighting the ninjas, and your guys can pretty much just have a free walk in with no shots being fired. So that's what they're there for. And the cavalry's on the side, just kind of sitting here. Sometimes, I think it was in Battle 7, where the one I showed where I lost, cavalry can be very good for, like, they could literally just sit there. You know, they don't actually have to be physically doing anything, just provided as long as it draws the attention away and it makes him worried. What he should have done is got his Yari Kapchi on this side probably, but because he had his Yari gear, it's kind of a giveaway. He's got something in there. So at the moment, nothing's really going on. This guy was one of the people who readied up very quickly. I don't like it when people do that. I did have a little bit of a go at him, you know, don't do that because it's annoying, no one will like you, bloody bloody blah. I mean, you know, it's true. I mean, you should always wait for other people to finish their deployment and choosing their armies, and then you ask, are you ready? You know, and then they'll say, yes, I'm ready, and then you both agree to sort of ready up. Otherwise, it's just no, it's not good. You know, otherwise it's not really a very fair fight. And this is what he did to me, this opponent. But at this point, I sent my general off to go capture the farmhouse. For once, the farmhouse is actually a useful building when against modern armies, because it means you can chase them down quickly and increases stamina, so they can run around for a bit quicker. They've got to actually run up and then fight. I do realise, or I have realised, that modern armies do tend to have a better fatigue than traditional armies, mainly because traditional armies have to run at them and then they'll get tired, then they'll have to fight, whereas modern armies can just run away pretty much. So at this point his Yari key is revealed to me, so I soak up with my Yari Cav. Ouch. And then I charge the rest of my katana in. At this point he's just repositioning. See, this is what I was talking about, splitting your units up. Even if he does manage to get some good volleys off here, he'll only be chunking into my meat shield, and then he's got 3 katana samurai to deal with. My attendance cap in that archery dojo, I didn't even have any ranged units, it was just a random, you know. And the Tosa riflemen are going to unleash. That was a good volley, but you got to remember that the Armstrong guns did manage to take out a fair number. Also, you always want to be putting your units into you want to always be putting them into loose formation. I do see that a lot, where people don't put them into loose formation, which is just a bad idea. The whole point to this... Oh, wait, no, we're going to miss the ninja charge. I pop them into stealth, and I'm now going to plough them straight into the middle of both of these Red Bear and Vermilion Bird Force. See, they weren't in guard. Yeah, they shouldn't be in guard mode. So they've all turned around to start fighting, and now it's literally just a simple walk-in, clean-out job. But the whole point to this little exercise over here, they have to be worried about any force approaching them. So they couldn't have just left my Yari Shigaru free to roam. They still had to take them out effectively and quickly. Because if they just left them, then obviously it creates all this disruption, and they have less men to focus on my real main force. I charged in my Yari Cav to try and entertain his Yari Kachi, which was a kind of a bad move, but it allowed my Katana Cav to ride on and take out his Armstrong guns and his Tosa Rifleman, I think. Yep. Surprise about Sex is still just roaming the battlefield, and you know, I haven't really sustained many losses with my Katana Samurai either. Barely any. Well, that's my Kisha Ninja. So what you really want to be doing is that you want to be splitting your forces up a little bit, and you want to hit from all angles at once. See there, I have a main force coming down here, have a distraction force coming down here, had my what's their faces? Cavalry. That's it. Oh yeah, I've only just realised that because I've been playing about with fraps a little bit, the mouse is probably not showing. So you know, I had troops coming from here, troops coming from here, cavalry coming from here, and I had ninjas which you had no clue about coming from over here. So I hit them from all directions, which is definitely what you want to be doing against a modern army. So pretty much it's just a clean-up job. Sustain minimal losses. You want to be running in Meatshields. The reason I didn't use Nagi Attendants and I used Yari Shigaru instead is just because of the sheer numbers that Yari Shigaru offer. Very, very big unit. The victory will soon be yours. And that's pretty much all she wrote. So, yeah, just taking out as general, and there we go. So, the moral of the story is pretty much, when you're faced in a modern army, and you've got a traditional army, split your units up. For once, it's actually good to go in piecemeal. Use Meatshields, of course, layer your units, so that the crap units get killed in the front, but then by the time your crap units have reached their lines and been depleted, they will cause a little bit of disruption, and your best units will be in pristine condition, and they will just wipe the floor with the modern men. That is how you do it. And also to run distraction forces, break up that line, break up the arcs of fire, which is another very, very good unit. Well, another good tactic. The good unit, however, is Kisho Ninja. As you saw there, his Red Bear and his Vermilion Bird Force had no chance. They just they got hit by Kisho Ninja. They all turned round, and only one Vermilion Bird Force fired upon my main army. So, you know, try and think a little bit outside the box when playing modern armies. Who have we got here? So, Surprise About Sex, as always, did very well. Anal Train did very well. Katana Shock Troopers did very well. They lost 40 men though. Okay. These guys were my full guys. See, it doesn't even matter if you wasted those two units. They're just there to try and take the bulk of the fire away from your main army, main detachment. Yarikachi did well, but that was because I did charge in all my men, all my cavalry. Vermilion Bird Force did well because they chomped down those Yarishigari. That's pretty much it. See, those Red Bear, they did shockingly poor. Mainly because I managed to hit them early with the Kisho Ninja. So there we go. I'll probably post another battle today. So just try and look out for it at some point. I'm going to put these up overnight, so they'll be up on Thursday. Thursday? Yeah, because I'm recording on the 31st of October, so they'll be up. There should be 2 battles up tomorrow to make up for lost time. So I hope you enjoyed.